What if I told you most of your original thoughts aren't yours? That you've unconsciously absorbed ideas from others without realizing it? The Stoics knew this 2,000 years ago. Before you scroll past thinking this is just another philosophy spiel, hear this. Ancient Stoic wisdom can radically shift your thinking far beyond what modern productivity hacks ever touch. This isn't about clever tips. It's about changing how you see reality itself. We live in an era of mental overload. The average person consumes over 100,000 words of content every day. But how many of those shape your own ideas? And how many just repeat what everyone else thinks? Marcus Aurelius warned us. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. He wasn't advocating for rebellion. He was warning us against mental conformity. The Stoics taught that all thoughts begin with impressions, initial perceptions that enter your mind. Epictetus said, "Respond to every harsh impression with the words, 'You are just an impression, not the thing you appear to be.'" That one line is revolutionary, because when you start to see your thoughts as impressions, not facts, you gain control. Without that awareness, you're a puppet. Your thoughts, goals, and even identity are shaped by invisible forces. So, how do you break free? The Stoics practice something called the discipline of assent, the ability to consciously accept or reject an impression before it becomes a belief. Imagine your mind as a guarded gate. Most people let every idea walk in unchecked. The Stoic asks, is this true? Useful? Mine? Here's how to practice it. Pause and label. This is just an impression. Question the source. Where did this come from? Use the Stoic fork. Is this within my control? This isn't just critical thinking, it's deeper. It's what I call impression archaeology. You're not just analyzing ideas, you're excavating the assumptions beneath them. Take this example. Success equals constant growth. That's a common impression. But where did it come from? Is it true, or is it a story designed to keep you striving for things that don't fulfill you? That's the Stoic power, questioning not just what you think, but why you think it. Now, here's a common myth. Original thinking requires isolation. That's false. Seneca said, blend these things into one flavor. Even if it appears where it came from, it is no longer what it was. Originality isn't about avoiding influence, it's about curating it. How? Expose yourself to ideas from outside your bubble. Read actively, argue, extend, question, create synthesis time to connect ideas across domains. Most breakthrough insights live where disciplines intersect. But here's the paradox. When you strip away conditioned thinking, you don't always discover something brand new. You find your authentic relationship to timeless truths. Musonius Rufus said philosophy isn't about novelty, it's about integrating truth into your life. The Stoic aim isn't to be clever, it's to be real. And nothing makes you more real than remembering one thing. You're going to die. Memento mori. Remember death. Not to fear it, but to clarify your thinking. Marcus Aurelius said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Seen through that lens, most noise falls away. Status, opinions, social programming. What remains is what matters. Try this. Ask yourself, if I had 1 month to live, what would I believe about this? One of my podcast listeners did this before a major career decision. It led him to walk away from a promotion, because it would have pulled him from the work he truly loved. That's clarity. That's philosophy lived. To put this into action, try this daily exercise. Just 5 questions. What impression am I accepting without question? What opinion do I hold, mainly because others do? What truth am I avoiding because it's uncomfortable? What would I believe if I had 1 month to live? What ideas am I combining that others keep separate? Spend 5 minutes a day with these. You'll start thinking differently within weeks. Original thinking isn't about being unique for the sake of it. It's about ensuring your thoughts are truly yours. So ask yourself, what belief have I never truly examined? What would change if my thinking was fully my own? The Stoics taught that freedom doesn't begin with external circumstances. It begins with freeing your mind from borrowed assumptions. Start today. Question one belief. Examine one impression. And remember, you could leave life at any moment, so think like it matters. As Epictetus said, it is impossible for a person to begin to learn what he thinks he already knows. Your journey to original thinking begins with the humility to question what you think you know, and the courage to discover what lies beyond.